on-chain. On-chain revolution, Bitcoin not an illusion. Market recap, then I do a roll call. You're not bullish in the vocal. Look at the price action, changing. Yeah, send it to the deck. Sell it through the spec. Ordinals the best. Too much Bitcoin, gotta go to review. And the bearish, gotta put the knee pad. Let me see the comments. Look at the fear and greed index. Rich, look at the chart.
Welcome back to On-Chain Revolution. My name is Shizzy. On this channel, we cover the entire Bitcoin crypto ecosystem. What is up, guys? We have an amazing trader spotlight video. We have the amazing Toast, guys. Toast is somebody who, he won't say it, but I think is an amazing trader. He's out there trading with the leverage. He's going to come in here and he's going to kind of teach me. I'm not going to say Yagobi. Yagobi's a lot better than I am, but he's going to kind of teach me a little bit of his tricks, and we're going to kind of go through his background. It's going to be a real fun video. If you're a trader, this is one for you. We have a bunch of really amazing topics we're going to jump through and really kind of learn how other people think about leverage, because leverage is a rough game. It's a rough game, but if you can master it, especially on like applications like Artura, you're gonna make out really well. So really excited to get this one started. So let me bring in my partner here, as always, Mr. Yagobi. What's up, buddy?
What's up? What's up,
man? I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun one, right? This is our third trader spotlight presented by Artura, and Toast seems like a really cool, modest person, and experienced in the trading world, right? And like you said, it's not an easy game to play at all, and it all has to kind of do with discipline and your strategy and all that stuff. And we're going to learn about that. We're going to learn about Toast kind of strategy, what he does. Maybe he can get into his routine a little bit, but this is going to be an exciting one. I think it's really cool kind of how he came in, and we'll bring him up in a second, but yeah, I'm excited to jump in.
Yeah, and Toast is actually doing something no one has ever done. He has a really cool avatar. Let's show it, man. Let's do it. Let's bring him up. Toast, welcome to On-Chain Revolution. Thank you so much for being here.
Hey, everybody.
Yo, man, this is really cool. Yeah, glad to have you, dude. And it's really cool because for the ordinal enjoyers, they probably know what they're looking at right now, which is an AILU avatar, right? And then you got the AILU logo behind you. And I talked to Meta Panda before about getting him on, and we just couldn't find the time, but we were able to do this. This is really cool. But yeah, excited to have you on. We're gonna jump into a little bit of your background, if that's cool, and actually would love to start there if you're okay with it. If you wouldn't mind going into your background in terms of how you found trading, how you found crypto leading up to today, if you don't mind.
Yeah, man. It's funny, man. I actually found crypto on this app. It was called Coin App, man. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it, but it's like it basically gets your I guess they scrape your GPS data and they pay you in crypto, right? That's how I found out about crypto, man. And kind of just, it interested me that because you had to get a Coinbase account to get paid in it. So anyway, that's how I got Coinbase, and then I just started exploring from there. And I thought it was really cool, and ended up finding Twitter, and you know how big of a rabbit hole Twitter is. It was all downhill from there.
Yeah, real quick. So talk about this app a little bit. Could you kind of explain what do you mean it scraped your data and it paid you in crypto? This sounds like some OG stuff right here.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's what they do with it. They just GPS. I guess they're building something with the GPS data.
Solana, maybe. It was the drive. You used it, Shizzy.
I don't think that was it. It wasn't the honey token, right? With the Hive.
No,
maybe
this is
go ahead.
It's actually called Coin App. I don't know if you go check it out in the App Store, man. Just type in Coin App.
Yeah,
gotcha.
And I mean, it's they pay you on Coinbase, man. It was a few years back, man. I guess it's still an app. I'm not even sure, but I know the token's actually still on Coinbase. So that's interesting.
Gotcha.
Definitely
So all right,
something to look at.
You're on Coinbase. You found Twitter. How'd you get into
Yeah.
trading? And what's your kind of your current trading style?
First, first getting into crypto, I only held spot and just dabbling. And then I got into ordinals first. Was my ordinals journey, and kind of found Solana around about the same time as ordinals. So I rode the meme coin train for a while. Made a little money, got regged a lot too. But I started playing with leverage last year. And do you guys remember when the OP BNB chain was coming out? If you guys,
OP BNB, like
it's
was
a
it
B, the OP stack, the OP network.
yeah, Optimism?
Yeah. And they got together with BNB and they did a little chain together.
Oh, interesting. What was? Do you remember what it's called?
Yeah, it's called OP BNB.
Interesting. They weren't very creative with it, but that's cool.
No, not at all. Well, see, I like the airdrop farm a lot too, man. So when this new chain's coming out, I'm airdrop farming too. So I was over there airdrop farming, and they had an app called Thena, and they wanted you to leverage trade. So that's the airdrop farming actually is what got me in leverage trading. So that got me really comfortable with leverage trading because I never really even had an interest in it before that. So that's honestly what got me into leverage trading was airdrop farming. But anyway, here I am today, man, and it's actually my favorite style of trading now. I really don't touch meme coins anymore.
Gotcha. Unless you're leverage trading them, or do you not even mess with them with a leverage approach?
No, I leverage Fartcoin. That's it.
That's the one to leverage if you're going to leverage any of them. Honestly, dude, Fartcoin is like, dude, I played Fartcoin today. And that was one that I feel like you don't even have to, you just stick to kind of some basic fundamentals. You could do well with that. But cool. It's interesting your journey into the crypto world because you found ordinals, and then you stumbled upon Solana. Those are like two completely different worlds. Was that like hard for your mind to like, I guess jump into because you're like, okay, this is completely different than this, but how are they both crypto?
Yeah, no, not for me, man. Like I said, I'm kind of all over the place, man. I'm on a lot of chains because I'm airdrop farming. I try to keep up with all the new stuff coming out. I'm mining Tari. I don't know. I try to. I don't have my finger in everything, but I do try to at least keep up with what's going on and try to learn about what's going on.
Yeah,
Got
100%. I definitely agree. You sound like somebody who you just trade on chain. Is that kind of your scheme? Are you just like a on chain leverage platform user?
Yeah, yeah. Because before Artura launch, I've just been doing all my leverage on Jupiter.
And
gotcha.
what's that experience like trading on chain for someone who maybe just trades on Binance?
I don't know, because I will say, on chain, and especially dealing with Jupiter, we always know how they can, when a Solana gets clogged up, trying to close a leverage position can not always go the way you want it, man. Because I've also, I have leveraged on MEXC, because it's about the only place you can do meme coins at, but not the only place, but that's the only place I've done meme coins at is MEXC. But I don't really leverage meme coins a lot. I tried when I went over to MEXC, I played around with Bartcoin, AVAX. I just stick to like tokens that I already know how they move. I'm not like a super risk on person. If I don't know how the coin moves, then I'm probably not gonna put leverage on it.
Yeah, so honestly, it's really a smart approach because you really want to stay disciplined, and that's something that you can kind of hold yourself accountable with. Is not getting into these extremely volatile, yeah, high risk, high reward, but you know, you can definitely get stuck into trades and not a fun time. But you know, Arturo, so that's kind of, you know, the theme of this segment here. You stumbled upon Artura, you joined that community over there. What has that been like? And I know you've messed with the testnet. Could you talk about what that experience has been like for you?
Yeah. I really liked how fast the finality was, man. It was super instant. One thing that I liked about was the customizable P&L cards. Did you guys play around with that?
A little bit, but
Yeah.
yeah, just being able to kind of show off a little bit. You're talking about, right?
Yeah, like when you close a trade, you can customize. They got different P&L cards you can choose from, and you can customize them. I thought that was really, really cool. That's probably my favorite part about it. But yeah, super fast transactions. I like that it's isolated margins, you know, because sometimes you want to open a trade on the same coin, but you don't want it added to that same trade. Like, say you see a different entry and you want to open, you know, another position on Bitcoin. You already got one open. You want to open another one, but with a different amount of leverage. You know, so I like that it's isolated margins, and you know, you can do multiple bids on the same coin. I like how the entry line is like grayed out. I don't know. These are like little small details I'm talking about, but you know, on Jupiter, like you open a long, it's the line is the same green that uh, the current price is at, so they're both the same color. You know, it's a little confusing. I mean,
Yeah.
I like little small details that I noticed and I like.
Well, I mean, it
Yeah,
comes down to user experience, right? And I think
yeah,
that's what Artur is trying to build for. And it is cool that you can customize your P&L cards because every other platform you're kind of stuck with what they give you. But yeah, and the fact that it is fast, Shizzy and I have tested multiple different versions of Artura up until you know their most recent one, and it is fast, and that is what they're shooting for, is that great user experience there. But you know, you don't want to get caught up in a situation kind of like you said on Jupiter if Solana's chain gets clogged up, which is kind of weird because they always boast about how fast and stuff they are. And Artura is not going to have that issue there. But yeah, so I guess what's one thing that you look forward to in terms of like utilizing the platform?
I'm sorry, I said, can you repeat that?
Yeah, like what's one thing you're looking forward to with like using Artura's platform on a regular basis once the mainnet's live?
Oh, the vault. I like
Yeah.
their yeah, their incentivized earning, because I'm definitely all about passive earning. So they got really good incentives on their vault. I don't have they. I don't know how much information I can share on it. Have they shared the percentages on their vault yet?
Not yet, but I think it's going to be
Okay.
okay for this video because they'll probably be live by the time this goes out. So
But yeah, they're offering up to 25% on staking the PUSD in their vault, and that's pretty good for just parking some fair change in.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. You know, the passive income that you can make, you know, and this is obviously something that all leverage platforms do because they have to have the liquidity to then support the platform there. But 25% is in my opinion pretty fair. You know, you're not going to find that everywhere there, but yeah. Really, really cool stuff. So earlier you talked also about, you know, you're not a really risky dude, right? So let's get back to your kind of leverage trading strategy here. So what would you say, like, you know, like how do you manage your risk? Do you stick to like you never go more than 5x, or do you dabble in the 10, 20 whenever you feel a little bit intuition? How do you approach that?
Yeah, well, when I first started, man, I went crazy with 100x,
Sounds
150x,
like Shizzy.
man. Yeah, and got wrecked, you know. So I'm a lot more humble now. Most of the time, if I'm going in with size, it'll probably be with like nothing higher than 10. You know, maybe if I'm going in something small, like $100 or under, you know, maybe 20x.
Yeah, man, that sounds great. I mean, actually, that sounds very conservative for a lot of people. How do you like manage the risk though? Like, how do you like determine how much risk you really want to take on with leverage?
Well, I'm gonna be honest, man. I use low leverage because when I put in a trade, I like to be really confident in it, and I don't even put stop losses on really often. Like, um, if I'm confident in it, you know, and most of the time I sit there with it and ride it out too. You know what I mean? But if I'm pretty confident in a trade, man, I don't put in a stop loss. But stop loss, I bring that up because that is the best risk management. Especially if you're new to trading, that is definitely the best risk management. Is low leverage and stop loss.
Sounds great. So what's your approach to like fast moving trades? Let's just say you get into a trade and maybe you weren't ready for CPI to hit, and then all of a sudden things are going crazy. Like the market, it's going one way, then going the other. What do you do in that situation? You're already in that trade. The market decides to be real volatile in that minute. What do you do?
Most of the time, I'll hang in there, man. I sometimes it gets scary, especially when you got a little bit of size and you watch it getting down to like, and you don't have a stop loss set up, man. I've had some pretty nervous times.
Yeah,
um,
you are the stop loss at that
yeah,
point.
yeah. That is one thing about that, man. And but when I go with low leverage, man, even you know when they do those they leverage flushes that they like to do, and you know send it the other way for a quick hour or two. Yeah, yeah. I really that's why I go with low leverage and wait for good entry points, man. I would rather ride a trade out, you know, for a day. Because when I first started trading, I did use the 100x, man. And if it changes direction on you, man, you got no room for error. You know, like whenever you do catch the runners, it's awesome. You know, you eat good. But if it decides to turn around the other way on you, man, you're a goner. And I don't know, man. For a while, I felt like I was a goner more than I was a winner, and that's why I toned the leverage down. I did a whole lot more winning when I toned the leverage down.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Gotcha.
mean,
Yeah.
that's just how it works, right? So it's like finding that right entry, having low leverage can keep you out of trouble more often than not, especially if you're not using stop losses and take
Yeah,
profits, right? So
yeah,
that's cool that that's just part of your strategy. You're not someone that uses stop losses, and you just that's your strategy. Low leverage, conservative. Entry matters more than anything, in my opinion,
yeah.
whenever you're not using stop losses, though.
Absolutely. You know, waiting for that perfect entry is 100% key.
Yeah. What do you do to try to find that? Like, are specific time frames? Like for me, for example, I'll try to line up like the 15-minute with like the hour, and then obviously I use the 1 minute even to I don't want to buy or take my entry on a bunch of green candles like going up, right? So I that's why I use the 1 minute. But first I check the 15 and hour. Do you have a strategy like that or anything that you use?
Yeah, man. Well, it also depends on, you know, if I'm going in for a little bit higher leverage and if I think it's about to run a particular direction, you know, then I'm gonna be on that 5 minute, 15-minute chart and paying real close attention to it. But if I decide to go in with size, I'm you know, I'm looking to open a trade that could last a day or two. So I'm
Swing
looking for
trade.
I'm looking for a perfect entry, you know, and I'm looking at the 4 hour and the day chart. I'm looking at like how the past week has been. Where do I think it's going? You know?
Yeah.
Are you a swing trader more than a day trader? Do you not really like take out trades in the morning or maybe at overnight or anything like that?
Yeah. No, actually, uh 8 a.m. Eastern time, man. That's normally when market starts heating up. I like uh I like to be awake around those times, and I find that really good. Probably you know, 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern time. Those are really, really good hours to open up trades
Yeah, man.
for me.
Well,
Those are where I find the most comfortable hours.
gotcha. It makes a lot of sense. Actually, it's very common. Pre-market trading with the if you can kind of you know get in before some of the stock traders, and you know if you can get in along in crypto, and then Bitcoin goes up, the whole crypto market goes up, right? So that's really smart.
Yeah.
Walk us through a recent trade you crushed. What was the setup, and then what was the strategy?
Oh man, a recent trade I crushed.
We
Let's
know
see.
that you probably crushed that ETH trade, right? Timing it perfect. Whenever ETH decided to turn alt season on. I'm being
No, man.
sarcastic.
Actually, I haven't traded today or yesterday, man. I haven't traded the past 2 days. Actually, when I'm gonna try to pull up a chart. When
That's good though that you haven't traded the past 2 days, because some people feel like they have to find a trade always, and I think that's such a bad habit.
yeah, but no, when we came out the dip, I'm trying to see how many days ago it was. Okay, at the end of June. So I'll tell you when one went bad for me. If we go back to the beginning of June, you guys remember, let's see, when was that? June 5th, man, we started pumping really good. This is when I was taking out longs on Solana, and June 5th to June 11th went really well, and made really good money. And I remember I closed the trade and then opened up another trade at the top of that. And an in real life event came up, man. And I actually ended up losing a lot on that, because if you look at June 11th, then it just absolutely nuked. So that was like a back to back, made really, really good, and then lost about half of what I made. It was crazy. That was a crazy week right there.
Yeah.
And then let's see, when we started coming up on June 23rd, I opened up a couple of loans. You know, I hadn't really been trading much lately, man. I'm taking it easy.
Yeah, gotcha. But I want to revisit that what you said, because I think that's really important. You said that you got into a trade, you had success, you know, you closed it, and then it seems like you kind of a little bit maybe felt like you wanted to continue the momentum. Something inside of you was like, okay, let me just keep this trade open or reopen it, and then a real life event happened in terms of news or something, right? So that's why I think it's really important. It's good that you trade very early in the day too, because sometimes you can catch those news events early and start your day that way. And there's always the technical analysis that you can do with charting and stuff like that to get your setup and all that stuff. But then there's this whole other part of trading, the fundamental trading, the news part, events, stuff like that. Do you use both together, or is there one that you need to get better at, or one that you're stronger at?
Oh, like keeping up with the current news events?
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely need to get better at that. because I pretty much use Twitter as my main source of the news.
And sometimes
So
by then it's too late. Like
yeah,
the bomb has been
man.
dropped or whatever has happened, and you know you're like, oh no, and then it's like you don't even have enough information either to make your own judgment on that. I agree with you. I'm right there with you. That is something that I lack as well. You know, but putting that into like my routine, for example, every day to start the day is going to make me better. So I feel you on that for sure.
Yeah. But one thing, man, one thing I have been trying to get better at, I want to give a shout out to Murion, because Murion got me started doing it, started journaling. So, you know, those couple of trades I was just telling you guys about, those were some like significant ones that I journaled about, because I really haven't been journaling my trades that long, but he got me into journaling, and I think that's really really important, because if you write down, you know, your thesis, and you know why you opened the trade, how the trade went, you know, how much size you use, how much leverage you use. You know, if it goes good, you can look back on that, and if it goes bad, it can probably help you reflect on that even more. You know, so shout out to Miriam for turning me on the journaling. I don't know if you guys do that, man, but I actually just started.
Yeah, I definitely should journal, because you're right. You know, just like when you're in technical analysis, you look for trends. You can find trends in your journaling, right? So it's like, okay,
Yeah.
I bombed this one. Okay, I also bombed this one, and I bombed this one. What similarities? Oh, that you can pinpoint maybe some bad habits, right? And just like you said, on the flip side, the wins, you can pinpoint some good habits. Okay, I need to focus more on that. So I agree. You know, these little things, you know, I think it's important for the audience to know that trading is not easy at all. You can definitely do well trading for yourself, but these little things that you can put together, the disciplined little things, that's what's going to make you better, in my opinion. You agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's definitely a learning experience, man. Trading is like chess, you know. You, nobody's ever good at it when you start. You just got to keep practicing, you know, and you got to try to stay 2 or 3 moves ahead, you know.
Yep.
Love it. Yeah, man, 100%. Couldn't agree more. Let's take a look over at the Artura website, right? So the tour is going live really, really soon, if not already. It's the website is artura.finance, man. It is absolutely beautiful. I do love it. You know, you talked about earlier about these vaults. I went in and I put a couple of bucks in here and in my vault here. So now I am earning really awesome. And then you have to compete, which is coming soon. Actually, it's already up, which is awesome. I didn't even know that. So really cool so far. It says win rate 75-25, so that's really cool. And then, you know, back to making the trades and stuff. So yeah, what's your opinion so far? You know, and what are you most excited for? You know, I think you mentioned the vaults earlier, but like, let's just say the launch happens, man. Are you gonna be like grinding this for potential points?
Oh yeah, man, definitely. And I think they're launching at perfect time, man. You know, market is starting to get a little spicy, you know.
100%, man. 100%. All right. So right now, if you look at the charts, help me out here, man. I want to make a trade here. All right. I got putting $10, right? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna jack up the leverage as much as possible. Right now, it's 25. Am I going long or short, bro? Help me out. Am I going long or short?
Oh man, wait on Bitcoin. Zoom out a little bit.
All right.
Let's throw some
I can go to
indicators in
the.
there.
I
No,
don't
we
like
don't. We don't
indicators,
need that.
but no, I'm just kidding.
But look, you gotta think about where is this thing going, and you
What do you
also
think?
gotta think, you got how much leverage you put on it?
25.
25. Okay, so you got a lot of room for error, man. You could put that on long, and I think you'd be all right, man. I mean, if you think you need a stop loss on there, but what would be your liquidation point?
Let's see. Let's go down here. So margin used, unrealized $3. My liquidation would be 113,942.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know what your style is. If you think you need a
I'm
stop
asking
loss,
you, bro. I'm trying to get some advice here.
hey, if it was me, I wouldn't. I'd let that thing ride, man. I'd just hang out, you know, go make a cup of coffee. I don't know if you got anything to do for the next few hours, but you know, let that thing ride.
Oh yeah, absolutely awesome, man. Well, man, it's been an absolute pleasure. Really appreciate your time, and we'd love to give you the stage one last time to maybe kind of talk to the audience or anything you want to say that maybe you missed out.
No, man. I think we hit it all today, man. I really appreciate you guys for having me on. Shout out to Artura. Awesome website, man. I can't wait to launch and be able to share it with everybody else.
100%.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, absolutely, Toast. Thanks for joining us, man. It's been a pleasure. Can't wait to have you back on the show. We can chop it up again and take a couple of trades, and maybe we do a little competition in the future on Artura.
Yeah, man.
Let's do it.
Thanks.
All right. We'll see you later. Bye.
All right, guys, that's a wrap on a Toast, man. Absolutely awesome interview. Really appreciate him giving us the time. Really excited for Artura. And guys, go over to artura.finance. It's probably live right now. Not 100% sure exactly when they're going live. They're going to do something really, really cool. You definitely want to be a part of it. You definitely want to, you know, I don't want to say it, but farm it for some points. That's what I'll be doing. I'm really excited for that. And, you know, they're probably going to, you're not going to have a lot of time. These guys are ready to get this point system going. So you will not have a lot of time. Get over there as soon as possible.
Yeah, exactly. And from what we're hearing, they're going to have some assets that you're going to be able to trade that other platforms that are big right now don't even have. And some of them are specifically related to the Bitcoin ecosystem. So make sure you're checking it out. And yeah, we're excited about it. We'll be using the platform, and we'll probably be doing some episodes of, you know, maybe charting and taking some trades ourselves on there. But, you know, until next time for the next Artura Spotlight, I guess we'll check you next time.
Yeah, just you know, remember we go live Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. Pacific, and 3 p.m. UTC. Check us out all week, guys. Until tomorrow.
Peace.
OnChain revolution roll call. Market recap. You're not bullish enough, no. You're not bullish enough, no. Look at the price go, Bitcoin control. Why you still coping? Price action rolling. Don't fall for bear trap. Swapping indexes and putting it up in the sex. I can take profit right now. OnChain is where I be now. You can never look back. They don't want you to know. How did the market react? Fear and greed, gotta adapt. Now we bridging the tokens and marching the network right now. You know how crazy we are. Nookies are savages now. They know how crazy we are. Chain abstraction, main attraction.